everyone. Today we are going to talk about integrating ICT and mathematics teaching. We all know that being in the 21st century, it is just right that not only learners but everyone should be flexible and adaptable enough to face every challenges happening in and outside our surroundings. So in this presentation, you will explore into the different communication and digital tools that facilitate learning in mathematics teaching. But before we proceed, here are what to be expected in you at the end of the discussion. And now, in relation to our topic, what is ICT? In the classroom, Information and Communication Technology, or simply ICT, is a community engagement initiative of the School of Computing that is designed to inspire, teach, and train educators to utilize up-to-date IT tools and techniques that facilitate the classroom teaching experience. Now, there are two modes of delivering e-learning: asynchronous and synchronous. So, what do you mean by a synchronous communication system? A synchronous communication system, also known as asynchronous e-learning, is commonly facilitated by internet communications media such as email and discussion boards. In here, students do not need to schedule their time around the predetermined plan of the instructor. Also, there is complete flexibility with asynchronous training, which comes in two forms: facilitated and self-paced. This then makes it possible for learners to log on to an e-learning environment at any time and download documents or send messages to teachers or peers. And in other words, participants communicate at different times from different places using the same communication tool. So, what are these tools? The most commonly available communication tools which provide the ability to display complex mathematical expressions are blogs and wikis. It is fortunate that these tools include this ability since blogs and wikis have been specifically identified as tools that faculty recognize as useful for improving student learning and as being useful in mathematics. Typically, the user has two options depending on the service selected: creation of mathematical expressions using a palette-driven interface, or through the direct entry of LaTeX markup. Just a reminder, communicating and collaborating online are becoming common requirements in education. However, individuals with the need to communicate using special symbols or notions like mathematical expressions will need to carefully select their online communication and collaboration tools. For additional information, the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics stresses mathematical communication, claiming that by communicating their ideas and results, students learn to be clear, convincing, and precise in their use of mathematical language. In the context of online math courses, two individuals stated that communication opportunities are essential, especially in a conceptual subject such as mathematics. As such, they call for online math courses to provide opportunities for synchronous or asynchronous communication between learners. And as per the observation of Oliver and Kellogg in their survey with math students and teachers in the context of a statewide K-12 virtual school, both groups indicated that 21st century tools like blogs and wikis were less likely to be used in math courses than in any other content area. In addition, They found that students and teachers wanted more opportunities for group collaboration, either synchronously or asynchronously. On the other hand, aside from the aforementioned tools, discussion boards, messaging or email, streaming audio and video, narrated slideshow, learning objects, or a web-based training, document libraries, databases, webbooks, surveys and polls, shared calendars, and website links are also included to the list. And now, what do you mean by synchronous communication system? Synchronous communication system, also known as synchronous e-learning, involves geographically dispersed students accessing the same website at the same time as an instructor. This type of learning is commonly supported by internet communications media such as video conferencing and chat. For instance, the instructor typically drives a slideshow presentation which the students watch while connected to a conference website. And as such, students can ask questions or provide comments through the phone line or through a chat window. In simple terms, participants communicate at the same time from different locations using the same communication tool. Moving on, some instructors and students prefer or require interactions in a live environment for sharing solutions to problems and sketching diagrams to aid in problem solutions. And because of this, Smith, Torres Ayala, and Handel described the asynchronous tools as a lack of dynamism. But then, shared electronic whiteboards and more full-featured synchronous collaborative tools such as Wimba or Illuminate have been used as solutions to Smith, Torres Ayala, and Handel's noted lack of dynamism and need for social engagement in learning. And of course, a discussion of communication on the internet would be remiss if it did not include the topic of social networking applications. At this writing, Facebook appears to be the only popular social networking service to have enabled the display of mathematical expressions. And this feature was available through the addition of a third-party Facebook application, which accepts input in LaTeX format. Unfortunately, recent updates to Facebook have resulted in the application becoming non-functional, and thus the future of communicating with complex mathematical expression on Facebook is unknown. Then again, aside from the aforementioned tools, audio conferencing, web conferencing, video conferencing, chat, instant messaging, whiteboarding, and application sharing are also included to the list. Blogs, wikis, and Facebook are just one of many digital tools that can be used online. Hundreds of digital education tools have been created with the purpose of giving autonomy to the student, improving the administration of academic processes, encouraging collaboration, and facilitating communication between teachers and learners. Among them, the following are the top 11 most popular according to e-learning industry. First is Edmodo. Edmodo is an educational tool that connects teachers and students and is assimilated into a social network. In this one, teachers can create online collaborative groups, administer and provide educational materials, measure student performance, and communicate with parents, among other functions. Next is SOCRATIVE, which is designed by a group of entrepreneurs and engineers passionate about education. It is a system that allows teachers to create exercises or educational games which students can solve using mobile devices, whether smartphones, laptops, or tablets. And then teachers can see the results of the activities and, depending on this, modify the subsequent lessons in order to make them more personalized. Then project. This is a tool that allows you to create multimedia presentations with dynamic slides in which you can embed interactive maps, links, online quizzes, Twitter timelines, and videos, among other options. During a class session, teachers can share with students academic presentations which are visually adapted to different devices. And ThingLink, which allows educators to create interactive images with music, sounds, text, and photographs. This tool offers the possibility for teachers to create learning methodologies that awaken the curiosity of students through interactive content that can expand their knowledge. Fifth is TED-Ed. It is an educational platform that allows creating educational lessons with the collaboration of teachers, students, animators, or generally people who want to expand knowledge and good ideas. Next, the CK12, a website that seeks to reduce the cost of academic books for the K-12 market in the United States and the world. To achieve its objective, this platform has an open source interface that allows creating and distributing educational material through the internet, which can be modified and contain videos, audios, and interactive exercises. Books that are created in CK12 can be adapted to the needs of any teacher or student. Seventh is Class Dojo, which is a tool to improve student behavior. Teachers provide their students with instant feedback so that good disposition in class is rewarded with points, and students have a more receptive attitude towards the learning process. Class Dojo provides real-time notifications to students like "Well done, David" and +1 for working collaboratively. EduClipper. In here, you can collect information found on the internet and then share it with the members of previously created groups, which offers the possibility to manage more effectively the academic content found online, improve research techniques, and have a digital record of what students achieve during the course. Likewise, it provides the opportunity for teachers to organize a virtual class with their students and create a portfolio where all the works carried out is stored. Then, Storybird. Storybird aims to promote writing and reading skills in students through storytelling. In here, teachers can also create projects with students, give constant feedback, and organize classes and grades. Also, Animoto, a digital tool that allows you to create high-quality videos in a short time and from any mobile device, inspiring students and helping improve academic lessons. The Animoto interface is friendly and practical, allowing teachers to create audiovisual content that adapts to educational needs. Lastly, Kahoot. This is an educational platform that is based on games and questions. Through this tool, teachers can create questionnaires, discussions, or surveys that complement academic lessons. The material is projected in the classroom and questions are answered by students while playing and learning at the same time. Kahoot promotes game-based learning, which increases student engagement and creates a dynamic, social, and fun educational environment. We are now here in the application of the different digital tools for communication skills development in mathematics learning. But first, what is the role of technology in the teaching and learning of mathematics? Effective teachers optimize the potential of technology to develop students' understanding, stimulate their interest, and increase their proficiency in mathematics. When teachers use technology strategically, they can provide greater access to mathematics for all students. And thus, it is essential that teachers and students have regular access to technologies that support and advance mathematical sense making, reasoning, problem solving, and communication. Nonetheless, simply having access to technology is not sufficient because the teacher and the curriculum play critical roles in mediating the use of technological tools. Programs in teacher education and professional development must continually update practitioners' knowledge of technology and its application to support learning. This work with practitioners should include the development of mathematics lessons that take advantage of technology-rich environments and the integration of digital tools in daily instruction, instilling an appreciation for the power of technology and its potential impact on students' understanding and use of mathematics. In addition to enriching students' experiences as learners of mathematics, use of these tools maximize the possibilities afforded by students' increasing knowledge about and comfort with technology-driven means of communication and information retrieval. Just a reminder, an example application of these tools can already be found in you yourself, for you are already applying and doing it through your experience with Google Classroom, Moodle, Google Docs, and Facebook. After the long drive, we finally arrive at our conclusion. With our first thought, information and communication technology is an essential portion of teaching learning process. And when implementing, there is no best between the two modes because whatever works best for the course, the students and the instructor is what should be used. Also, communicating with mathematical expressions on the internet is not as easy as communicating with regular text, but there are tools that makes it possible. However, the lack of knowledge to integrate the tools, availability of the resources, affordability by the learners, and insufficient teacher training provisions were found as the barriers in the use of tools. But through clever applications of these tools, teachers can create exciting new opportunities to pull learners into conversations and turn passive knowledge receiving students into active knowledge making students. And since we are through with our discussion, you know what to follow. So, to know if you have learned something, even just the tiniest piece of information from the presentation, the following will be your assessment task. Finally, that's all for my presentation, and I am Jessica Novero from the bottom of my hypothalamus, thanking you for patiently watching and listening all throughout.
Stay 작은 불빛 날 끌어당기는 fireflies Take 날 데려가 숨 막히는 시선 속에 비춰